foul though. That's what I got.
Yo.
Are we allowed to even
A
play
regular
that?
strength
Man, I don't
on
know.
the mic.
You can't monetize
It's
it on YouTube.
Are we
on
getting
Thursday
money?
night. We ain't getting no
I
money.
mean, but I'm
Ain't
saying
nothing funny.
eventually, I
Man,
guess it
it's
doesn't matter.
snowy.
Wake up,
Ain't
Julius.
even
It's her,
sunny.
baby.
I wonder
Bella
if
was
Facebook
soaping.
does it.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah.
Facebook
That's why I need my
stops-
own beat,
Bella seen
man.
the snow
But
last night.
listen,
Was like,
check this.
please.
Fair or foul though. Just. I'm asking you guys, right?
A go or no?
A go or a no? Hold on. Let me make sure. I'm sharing the page.
Yeah,
real
I'll
quick.
share this real quick.
All right.
Nick?
Y'all share Trust the Process podcast. Share it to your friends, your family.
Man, that looks good. Okay. Man, my forehead is shiny.
All right, we got 3 viewers, me, you, and Rob.
Give it a second. We'll have some more people in there.
Oh, yeah. Look, hey, I figured out I seen the glitch in the Matrix when they showed me to share it to them pages.
Yeah.
I share it everywhere.
You share it now?
What's the
A
go or
glitch in the, it
what's
says
the
a
go
glitch
or
in the
no?
Matrix.
What's the go or no?
Maybe that's probably wise to like get into pages that allow
Regular
Look,
strength.
it's right there. Look,
that are like life pages.
46,000 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, but like they're gonna soon like
Uh-oh.
if we're not selling anything.
Snapbacks.
We're not selling nothing. We're giving it away for free.
Regularstrength.com. Body workouts.
So fair or foul though.
It's a go or no.
Fair or foul, go or no.
Yay or nay?
I'm just saying, when it doesn't fit Rob, then it's wrong.
Got him.
Is that look? All right. So lately, me and Nick has really been invested in stocks.
Can we pray?
Like, yeah, let's pray about it. Let's hear about it. Here, I'll pray us in real quick.
All right.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just gather to give you thanks for everything that you've done for us, Father God, and we just thank you for just allowing us to gather here and share the message to the world. I just pray that no matter how much we grow spiritually in the physical realm, Lord, that we give you all the glory for everything that you have done for us, Father God, and that we don't boast in our own selves, Lord. And we just thank you for this platform. We just ask that you be with those who are lost. We ask you to be with the addicted, the afflicted, and that we reach someone on here and they may hear the word, the words that you've given us, and may in some way, shape, or form give them hope or courage to get up and fight or pick up the weapons that they need to fight, Lord. So we just thank you, Lord, meaning the Bible. But we thank you, Lord, and we just, again, praise you in your son's precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So, Rob, if it doesn't fit Rob, then it's not. It shouldn't be for anybody else.
I mean, I wear.
Here's
What
I mean by
I
that.
wear a size 38.
Here's what I mean. Just okay. Okay. Rob says he wears a size 38. I get that. You're a man. Put on your man. What about when we was in high school when you wore a size 10 and shoe and you
That's
would wear
what
my
I'm
size
saying.
13s?
Look, I realized when I became a man, I can't do. I gotta fit things that fit. I gotta wear things that fit me. I was trying to be something that I wasn't.
Okay, but just because something that it doesn't cater to you or you don't see a need that it doesn't benefit you, you can't knock everybody else for it.
I
Example.
wasn't knocking nobody.
Yeah, he made
Hold
a
on. Time out.
He made a long
Time
post
out. He
about
made
it.
a
I didn't make a
about
long
it.
post.
And
My
he
post
made a
was
video.
My post was 2 sentences. No, I wasn't. I was trying to get something started.
Well, you did.
You didn't tell us
And
about
y'all
getting something
didn't do it.
started.
That's why I sent it to y'all. I'm trying to do this thing where,
You
like
didn't
when
explain
I became, I know I figured y'all was gonna get it. When I became a man, I put away childish things.
Look. Here's what it says. It says, now everybody is a professional expert. I don't even know if you can be a professional expert.
Stockholder.
A professional expert stockholder. Go to Wall Street then. So basically what he's saying is...
Ain't no shortcuts. Trust the process.
Yeah, ain't no shortcuts. Trust the process. But I'm saying there's no such thing as a professional
Rob's trying to put
expert.
everybody in a box, ain't he?
And he's putting everybody in a box. Because, okay, I get it. You're saying don't jump on the latest trend. But what if that latest trend changes somebody's life?
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Ain't nothing that's going to come easy going to change nobody's life for the good.
But who says it comes easy if you work?
Look, like I said, I wear a size 38.
But I'm saying it.
I'm not saying I'm putting everybody in a
Why
box.
do you keep talking in parables?
Because you
I
said
wear a size 38.
I learned from the best. Look, so here's the thing. We woke up today What all y'all see? Everybody's doing what? Y'all know what it is.
Everybody's doing stocks.
Everybody.
All right, so answer this question. How long have me and Nick been talking about stocks and mutual funds?
Y'all been talking about it for a few weeks.
We've been ahead.
I wasn't talking about y'all. Was you feeling some type of way?
we inspired-
I wasn't, but I'm like,
We inspired
but it
the
made
people.
me think about other people that are like,
That is good if it works.
that are trying to like grow themselves and get outside the box. Like the whole point is to, at one point, without people trying to Jesus juke, the point of like being in the professional world or being in the workforce is trying to better yourself and, you know, take it to the next level. We want financial freedom.
Agree.
But think about this. So
Go ahead, drop something,
at a
Pastor.
certain age, you should grow above your thinking, right? So instead of buying Jordans, you should buy Jordan stock, right? You know, so
You got a Mick.
So
you
the
ain't got a
level-
McNugget. You got a Mick.
So
No,
the,
that's
so,
a big nugget.
so the level of thinking should go up to where
Who? You?
your conversation changes.
You? Everybody?
Yeah, well, not, I mean, hopefully you inspire people.
But people have like, so look, you got to understand.
Because what do you think the bank does with your money?
That's the bank. That's why they're the bank.
Does Amy have a 401k?
Yeah. They take stuff and they take
What
her
do,
money.
what do you think they're doing?
I'm not saying what
No,
they're
no,
doing.
no.
I wear a size
So I'm
38.
saying, but what do you think? What do you think they're doing by putting the money in the 401k?
Rob's philosophy is his grandpa's philosophy. Put your money under the mattress.
No, it's not. No, how does that go? How?
Well,
you
I'm
just
saying,
said
how come
on
people
money.
can't put money in
All
stocks?
I'm saying, look, this is what I woke up today seeing. Just a old game of
flood.
follow the leader.
All right, let me ask you a question.
And I'm not even talking about this instance. I see it. You see it all the time. Can y'all agree?
Did you watch?
That's
what is
wise, though.
it? The last
Who
game.
said it wasn't
What was
wise?
Ain't the Jordan documentary? What's it? The Last Game?
Yeah, Last Dance.
The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Did you watch The Last Dance?
Yeah, when I got a chance.
No. Did you watch The Last Dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to say it when he got a. He watched
I got
it.
a
He watched it
chance.
early. He had it on bootleg. He gave it to me.
He's grew up over these past 3 months. though.
Exactly. He gave it to me.
All I'm saying is now you see it. The only thing that I dislike about it, right, is that I know that people are even come out and saying that this is dangerous, right? That it's dangerous to play in that field.
It is.
So there's a misconception and a misperspective of I can do this temporarily, win, and I'm good.
No,
It's
but
a lie.
that's what you did today. He
But,
put on somebody.
I
He put on
told
the
people,
post. He
like-
said,
No,
hey.
you did.
He
you
said that's
did.
reckless.
But the majority of the people are going to do what?
Yeah, I mean that's in life.
Oh yeah, they're gonna gamble.
So you want to tell people, you want to give. Look, I'm a Libra, so you got to have everything a balance, right? So you gotta.
Libra. Where does he get this lingo from?
I'm a Libra.
What's that mean though?
I'm balanced.
So
So everybody has to be balanced. So you got to tell them this. Look, you can do this, but also at the same time, I'm gonna tell you the dangers in this as well, because the majority of Americans, they want a quick flip.
yeah.
True.
Who does it? Rob, we all want a quick flip.
Who does? I mean,
If
last
if
week
you're-
I told you I didn't want to win the lottery.
If you're in sales, it doesn't matter. But if you're in sales, any kind of sales, that's a quick flip. That's what you want, right? So as owning a construction company, you base basically what y'all solely make off how many contracts you get.
Right.
The more contracts you get, the more money you get.
Right.
So how many? Listen.
So
I'll ask you a
all
question.
right, look, so check this out. You know how there's a company, because I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
So there's these companies called Home Advisor, Angie's List. They call us all the time, right? All the time. And they say, look, if you sign up with us, we can do this, this, and this, right?
Yeah.
And it sounds good and it looks good. It looks good on the front end. The problem is I have learned anything worth obtaining without going through the process is not worth keeping.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to keep it long enough, right? So I could be like, yeah, sign me up. It may go good. And I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is I know that if I take a shortcut in the process, I'm going to pay for it eventually.
Yeah, but that's for you taking a short. You calling it a shortcut. Some people don't look at it as a shortcut.
But Rob's, I think, discount that. So do you never bump your head in the roofing business?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you never bump your head in any
I'm
business?
not saying that, but what
It's
I'm
the
saying,
same way
if
people
I come
bump
out
their
and
head
I
in the
tell
stock
people,
market.
look, I got. All right, let me think about how I can say it. So if I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, look, I got this idea that everybody can do to make some quick money, right?
Yeah.
And all I tell them is I got an idea for you to make some quick money.
Yeah.
That's not wise. That's not wise because you're not giving them the whole story.
Yeah.
So people are trying to, right now, you see what they did. I done heard about the story. They was like, look, all these little people are trying to put so much money into this that the big dogs, they froze it, right?
No, so here's what happened.
They stopped it.
No. Here's what happened. All right, so it's based off of these big companies, hedge fund companies. This is how they make trillions of dollars, right? Overall, I'd say billions, definitely. But what hedge funds do is obviously they take other people's money and they invest it.
Right.
And when they invest, they bet on the stock failing. So they undercut these stocks.
They bet the stock loses.
They bet the stock loses.
So they take my money and bet that the stock.
It's called shorting a stock.
All right.
So when you short a stock, what you're doing is basically you're borrowing a stock. That's all you're doing is you're borrowing a stock from a lender. So say I borrowed this phone right here. Say I borrowed this phone, and this phone originally the price was $100.
Okay.
Well, when you short a stock, is you're undercutting it, expecting that this phone's gonna go down in value.
Right.
So it's gonna go to $50. That's what
That's why you see all these not good companies like GameStop. They bet up that it goes down.
It goes down
because nobody goes to GameStop no more.
So they borrow the stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right.
So they know it's going down because GameStop is not a good stock anymore.
So what they do is they short.
No, it ain't.
What they're doing is
everybody bought it, didn't they?
They cheated the system.
If y'all listen to what I'm telling you. So again, I got this phone from you for $100.
Right.
This is what I'm supposed to pay.
The billionaires, the smart people bet it would go down.
So I'm thinking that it's going to go to 50, right?
Yeah.
So that once it's sold, I just give you the 50 and I keep the other 50. So basically, I think it's am I making sense?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that the phone is worth 100 and somebody else says that it's valued at 50.
And no, we're banking on the value to go down.
Yeah.
Of the
okay.
phone.
So then what happens?
So we can purchase two phones.
Okay.
And which means that if you short the stock, if I'm shorting it, that I'm collecting off of it because initially I'm gambling on the phone to be $50.
Okay.
But what the people do, since they're shorting the stock, what people do is they pump these stocks up.
They figured out which ones they was doing.
Whenever the warrants expire, the warrant of the banking on this phone to be $50 to go down in price.
They drove it up.
They drive the price stock up so that whenever the warrant expires, they have to buy whatever that stock is worth at that moment.
Okay.
Then it goes way up.
What happens is the phone went from $50, what I was planning on paying for the phone, to $200.
Okay.
And now I got to cover the rest. So these big companies got to cover the rest because the warrant is expired.
Oh.
So that's what happens every day.
So they're playing big bank takes little bank.
That's what the...
Right? But what they discounted was
reversed.
What they discounted was a bunch of regular people getting together and saying, "This is what we're going to do."
So a bunch of regular people got together and said, "Look, they're shorting this stock."
At the same time,
they're trying to short.
Oh, they found it.
Yeah, there's a way to look it up.
They shorting GameStop.
They're shorting GameStop. So let's pump it up.
Let's pump it up.
Raise the price. And what has to happen is they have to pay whatever that stock price is.
And then that stock goes triple because they had to just pay all those stocks.
So did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
I mean, you over saying, yeah.
I learned about it.
But by the time Nick or anybody could have got
missed that wave.
The wave was already...
Here's what I've learned about stocks, Rob. By the time people are talking about it, you missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you got to do the research. So what happened was all these multi-billion dollar hedge funds went out of business overnight. Because they were banking on, hey, look, that we're only going to pay $50 for this phone.
Their money spoke, though. They shut the app down.
Talk to them. Really?
It went to the White House.
The app.
They put regulations on
this
this
you mean
morning.
it went to the White House?
People woke up today.
Look,
they couldn't sell or buy.
That's what I'm saying. You've seen it. It went quicker than the pandemic.
What I'm saying is it's not just the hedge funds. I think whenever you start playing with billions of dollars,
that's what, look,
people start calling. They got favors. They got stuff on each other. Look,
here's the thing.
Y'all better fix this right now. Or I'm exposing. I'm exposing all of y'all.
They got lawsuits now because it's supposed to be fair market.
Yeah.
You're always supposed to be able to buy and sell equally. It's just like they are.
So the difference between the stock market now and then is social media is in the mix, and it allows groups of people to gather together and say, look,
we got power.
We're power in numbers.
Trading information.
Us as people, we're tired of getting beat. Look, here's what they said. They said, look, y'all want to give us our stimulus checks? We're going to take it one way or another. That's what the people are saying. They're like, look, y'all been holding out on stimulus checks. We're gathering together. We're got to fight as a people.
So this one billionaire got on Twitter today and he said it almost was no fair because the government gave free stimulus and everybody took their free stimulus and pumped it into their GameStop stock. And that cost them billions of dollars because they had betted on it going down. So here's my rule though. It's like Bitcoin now. It's almost too late to buy into Bitcoin because now it's at 40,000.
Yeah.
People know about it now. But if you would have bought it at 10 years ago, when nobody knew about it, you was good.
Oh, I got you.
So the stuff I buy is usually stuff that nobody's talking about.
Oh, okay.
And it's a slow process.
All right.
But you can't down it.
I wasn't downing it. I said go to Wall Street.
But why?
Professional expert.
You can go to
we didn't give it an intro. Welcome to another edition of Trust the Process podcast. Yours truly, Rob the People's Plug Martin, also known as Renaissance Rob. Joined by always the Italian Stallion, the Reverend.
What's up?
Nicholas
We
Martin.
got 12 viewers. What's up?
The Reverend. And live in the building, Mr. Irregular Strength himself, Julius Maddox,
what up?
the expert professional stockholder.
I'm not an expert. I've never even said.
So what was the go or no?
Oh,
The no.
the no.
How you attacked everybody doing stuff.
I didn't attack nobody.
Yes, you did.
I put out a social media comment.
If you said that's just for
All
you,
I did was just threw it out there. Whoever bit.
No, but there was a point of you doing that. Like what you're doing is saying, listen, what you're saying is if it doesn't fit you, then it shouldn't fit anybody.
I did not say that.
But that's what subliminally. That's
I
what you're saying.
said you telling me subliminally. Listen.
You basically saying don't follow the leader or something.
Don't follow. That's what he's saying.
Right. Don't follow the leader. Because we've seen these waves. We've seen them come and go, right? Look, I'm telling you, about 2 years ago, I went to one of the meetings.
Rob.
It looked so, listen. It looked so good. I went to one of these meetings, right? They was like, look, you can come in, you can work an hour at nighttime when the market opens, and you can close at 1 o'clock. You work 1 hour at night, right? Man, we are booming. We're making a bunch of money. And it sounded good. I'm telling you, they brought people in from around the world. They looked good. They had the coats on, right? They put on a show.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, something don't feel right. Like I had to wrestle with it in my spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what happened 3 months later, Nick? You know what I'm talking about?
I remember you told me you was excited about it, but I don't know
They
what
was
happened.
gone.
Yeah, I mean,
You was about to get in it.
That has nothing to do with shots that you shot. You said now everybody's a professional. Professional expert.
Is that the truth?
Nobody who claimed that they was a professional.
When I got on Facebook this morning, there was about 50 people telling other people what to do in the stock market.
That's good though. At least they went.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just stating the fact.
But how do you not know that the people aren't successful in
I never said they wasn't successful.
I'm just trying. I mean,
I just don't see why it's negative.
That's what I'm saying.
Who said it was negative?
Your post.
All right.
Your post is shooting shots. That's
what Adidas say on there. I thought Rob was shooting shots at me.
I ain't even talked to D in a year. That's what I'm saying.
He had just sent us things.
You feel like I'm shooting shots.
He had just sent us something an hour before then.
Who?
Me and Nick.
I didn't see
Yeah,
nothing.
I know, but what I'm saying is you say everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Why?
If that falls in your circle, then I guess it's you.
I'm
People
just
are
saying.
excited.
That's good.
All right,
Be
put it this way.
excited. I'm excited
At
for
one
people.
point, before you started your own construction company, what was you doing?
He had to watch somebody do it.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But y'all trying to make it like I'm saying it's a bad thing.
You're being sarcastic.
Now everybody's a professional expert stockholder.
You're being sarcastic, Rob.
I was being sarcastic.
Okay, so
But that doesn't mean I'm saying it's a bad thing.
Usually sarcasm is a lie.
I think somebody's feeling some type of way.
No, it's not feeling some type of way. What I'm saying is
I told y'all this weeks ago that if it's good for y'all to do it, that's great. It's not good for me to do it.
I know. So now that it's not good for you, you feel entitled to shoot shots.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell people the other side of it. Look, be careful because you can go in and it can look good. It's like the casino. You can pull the slot a few times and you can hit. Keep pulling that slot.
Rob,
See what happens.
that's within any kind of business.
If
you don't do your due diligence,
it's not
yes,
in any kind of business
yes,
because
it is.
If you buy a car,
yes, it is.
I'm gonna tell you this.
if
Look,
you buy a car to sell it.
yes, but I'm gonna tell you this: what if you don't put sweat equity into something? What comes easy goes easy.
But just because you're sweat
And
equity,
that's a McNugget.
You're sweat
What if
equity.
you buy a car to sell it?
Anything I've ever worked for in
What
life.
if you buy a car to sell it?
Anything I gotta clean that car, don't I?
But what I'm saying is,
Right? I gotta clean that car, don't I? I gotta take care of that car.
You had
don't
to
I?
work hard for your money to invest it.
What do you mean? I'm not saying that's right because I had to earn that money. But what I'm
That's
saying
sweat
is,
equity.
that's good. All right, good. Whatever I've gotten in life that came easy, I didn't appreciate.
It don't come easy. You got to work for your money to invest it.
You do?
Yeah, you gotta work for your money to invest
The only thing I've been seeing y'all doing. Hey, Nick, you know about the Bitcoin. Hey, Nick, you know.
Well, how do you think you can buy
about
Bitcoin?
How
You
do
know
where
about
do you think
this.
the money comes from?
You think it's
Listen,
just Rob
what-
thinks it just
what do
comes
you
out?
do?
You know about this stock. Look at this stock.
How you
Nick,
think you buy the
Juice
stock?
sent the stock one day. Nick sent the stock back to him. It was down like 12%.
How you think you
then
buy
Nick
the stock?
sent Jew a stock one day, and it was down like 100%.
How you think you
And I was
buy
like,
the
man,
stock?
don't neither one of them know.
How you think you buy the stock
How,
though?
what are you talking about? Neither one of them know.
No, because
Rob, in the past week, I've made $5,000. I made $4,000 yesterday in 30 minutes.
I'm not-
because but no.
No, I'm
But you
saying
said we
what
don't know
y'all
what we're
did. What
talking
y'all
about.
did, the conversation that y'all had, right?
Where
Y'all
was
like,
learning?
I'm not
That's
saying.
the point of stocks. Listen, stocks drop and rise, drop and rise, drop and rise.
Y'all want to do a chant. Y'all want to do a chant together, drop and rise.
That's what it is.
He over echoing you.
I'm just telling you.
I'm
We're
not saying
learning.
that. I'm not saying that they
Our
don't.
conversations are changing.
I'm not saying that they don't. I can get
We ain't talking about Jordan no more. We're talking about Jordan stock.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing I
the
know we ain't talking
conversation
about.
is changing.
Hey, listen.
All right, how about
listen,
this? I can
no,
go
put
on.
it this way.
I can gamble. I can gamble on the games. I can gamble on the
Stocks ain't gambling.
Listen,
It ain't?
No, because
Stocks ain't. Let's take a poll.
It's
time out.
investing.
Take a poll. Take a poll. Who is
Man,
watching right now that believes doing stocks is gambling?
It's investing.
Rob,
Is it gambling or is it
Rob,
investing?
It's construction gambling.
is it?
No.
Why?
How's it
No,
not?
because I know for sure there is always a small chance.
Rob, there's. Oh,
Check
my
this
There's
out.
gosh,
always a
Rob.
chance.
No.
You can
Hey,
lose
Hey,
money,
let
right?
me finish.
What was the point of him buying an ad for in the back of the phone book?
Why? To make
To make more money. Was it a gamble?
Yes.
Absolutely. Surely was a gamble.
Any business-
I think it's in the text message where we talked about, man, is this, we don't know if it's working.
Anytime you bid a job, it's a gamble. You don't know if it's going to lose
what I'm
money.
saying is you
It's a
can't knock
calculated.
everybody else
It's not a
off.
gamble. It's a calculated risk.
And yeah, look, but here's the thing. Yes, everything's a calculated risk.
Yeah.
But what the point I'm trying to make is if you do your due diligence, just like in anything else, stock, whatever the case may be, you are gonna be successful. That's how people.
Like
how do you think? Look, the top 3 fastest ways to become a millionaire. I'm not even gonna say fastest ways. We've always talked about this. The top 3 ways to become a millionaire is real estate, stock market, and the where you sell like courses and stuff. The now Amazon's in the mix where you do drop selling or whatever it's called, drop shipping. But just because it seems easy to one person, it's not as easy, Rob.
Because think about that. When Warren Buffett bought Coca-Cola, was that a gamble?
I'm saying for me.
Was that a gamble, though?
I'm saying y'all are taking it all. Y'all are taking my words and y'all are twisting
It's
them.
like what Jew told me on the way here. He woke up. Guess what? His stock was down 2,000. I said, did that make you sweat? He was like, no, it's calculated risk. And by the end of the day, it was up.
I'm
good.
saying I've done my research.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. What I'm
Jew
saying
tells
is
people don't do it.
that's good.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a risk. But the only part I don't care if the shot was directed to me or anybody else. But
It
what I'm
wasn't
saying
directed
is,
at nobody.
But Rob, you said everybody.
It was right, nobody. It wasn't directed at one person.
If I said everybody in this room is fat, what does that mean?
If 4 people start a roofing company,
If I know otherwise, I mean that don't faze me.
if 4 people start a roofing company, Rob's gonna be like, I guess everybody's a roofing expert.
That's what I'm saying. Not 4 people. You're what you're saying is not true.
But what you're
If 4 people start a roofing company, everybody starts a roofing company.
If you knew 4 people, like if somebody was like, "Look, man, I
4
know
people?
someone."
Was it just 4 people?
I'm saying if it was 2 or 3 people that we knew. Close,
No. Well,
closer.
I'm asking you today on Facebook. Was it just 4 people?
It was just news today.
It was a couple hundred people.
It was just news today because that's what
right.
something big happened.
That's right, because when you play follow the leader, that's what happens.
Rob, you can't say follow. Look,
it's not a bad thing.
But
it's not
a bad thing because we've all done it.
It may sound harsh, it may sound bad, but that's what it is, right?
Look, here's all I'm saying.
You just gotta say it ain't good for you.
It ain't good for you.
That's what I said. I said that.
But why do you shoot shots at everybody? Why couldn't you say, look, everybody's in the stock market, but it's just not for me? No, but you want to say everybody's in the stock market thinks they're a professional. You're being sarcastic.
They think they're professional.
All right, let me apologize to all the professional stock
I'm just telling you, it don't bother me, but I'm just telling you who you are and the platform you have. You probably had some people discouraged today because I'm saying they could have posted something about stocks. You could have looked it over. They could have looked it over and seen, oh, well, Rob must be talking about. He said said that. He didn't even know Adidas has been.
We have been talking about it this morning.
So have been.
All right, I'm sorry if I said anything to discourage your stock market trading skills. I pray that God supernaturally blesses it.
Listen,
and that's it.
I know that when the time comes, my tithes are going in, and I'm gonna be blessing people.
Man,
so I mean, like, it's not that I'm.
That's what I'm saying. I believe if it's for you, it's for you.
Yeah.
The only thing, look, this.
That's what you just said. All you had to say was, "I'm glad y'all are in stocks. It just ain't for me."
That's why I can't say what I want to say. I can't say I
but
see.
But you use the Facebook platform.
I can't say that I see a whole bunch of people playing follow the leader.
You just shoot. Yeah, but why? I mean, that's wise though. If I see somebody,
that's wise for everybody.
If I see Michael Jordan,
is it wise for everybody?
Well, if Michael Jordan's teammates would have been wise to follow his
how many of the kids made it to the
NBA? Man, that's right, because he was the greatest.
Because they followed.
How many people followed Kobe's workout regimen? They loved him.
That's right.
They was like, man, I seen his work ethic, and I knew I had to work harder.
I'm just saying, like, our movement is about lifting people up and pushing people to become great.
He was hating.
Search for greatness. That's what we believe. Like, we want people to aspire to reach new heights. Not only ultimately, we want to see everybody hand in hand in heaven one day, right?
That's right.
The kingdom.
That's right.
But while we're here on earth and we're doing our earthly, whatever it is we're doing here on earth, like, I want to be, one day I want to look up, I want to be able to bless people. I want to be able to, if somebody comes to me with a need, like, I'm able to help.
Hey, look, the only thing I lean more toward the tortoise side. You know what I'm saying?
You can do stocks in tortoise, though.
All right.
That's how mine are.
What?
They're in the tortoise way.
What's the tortoise way?
Where it grows over a long period of time.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
here's what I do believe, though. I believe that if you're grown, you should probably be in stocks in some way or other.
Well, what I'm saying is you can say because it's tortoise.
If you give your money, if you have $10,000 in a bank, guess what they'll send you?
2 to 3%.
No,
some not even that.
0.4%.
Yeah, 0.4%. That's what it is.
And they'll say your account has raised by like 6 cents.
So,
but you know what they did? They took your money and put it in stocks.
I mean, so at the end of the day, all I'm saying is let's push people to attain greatness. Yes, I'm not saying that it's not. I mean, it's hard work. I don't care. Over the past couple weeks, just about 2 hours a night, just studying stocks and studying companies. So just like anything else that you need to do your due diligence and spend time and invest your time, just make what he doesn't look like other people's. I mean, at the end of the day, what would you consider yourself, a contractor, right? Mm-hmm. So
you studying stocks now?
No, I'm saying every day.
You studying stocks now?
Yeah, yes.
But 2 weeks ago, I asked you about an NFL game, and you said, "Man, it's 800 or nothing."
3 weeks,
Nick.
Actually, 3 weeks ago,
Nick.
What I say, Rob?
You see the Reverend smile over.
No, look.
You see the Reverend smile over.
Nick, what I say at the end of it? If it ain't making me money, why am I worried about it?
Nick, he didn't say it ain't 800 or nothing.
I said if it ain't making me money, I have no point in even investing any time in it. That's exactly what I said.
I got you. Hey, y'all did
I not say that?
You did.
If it ain't making me money?
All right, look, check this out. Just to kind of shift gears, did you see the game?
No.
You didn't watch the game?
It ain't making me money.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. How many Super Bowls Tom Brady been to, Nick?
This is his 10th.
I know Nick watched the game.
10
and I ain't even talking about football because it's just an analogy, right? This is just, throwing it out there. It's a picture of life. Man, and one thing that really inspired me, seeing him, he threw 3 interceptions that game and still won the game. You know, just kind of to catch you up.
Yeah.
3 interceptions in the second half, right?
Yeah,
And
second half.
Impressive.
He still won the game against the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
Here's the
that's
most
crazy.
impressive thing, I think.
You're going to have to talk in there.
He went to a team that hadn't went to the playoffs in 15 years, and now they're in the Super Bowl. His team hadn't missed the playoff. His old team, the Patriots, hadn't missed the playoffs in 15 years, and when he left, they missed it. The team they went to never made it in 15 years, and when he came, they made the Super Bowl.
And let me reiterate this.
And he was a 6th-round draft pick.
One of the main reasons why I don't play football is because a lot of times it reminds me of my mistakes. My dream, my whole life was to go to the NFL and, like, you know, again,
It's just a reminder.
play football for a professional team, and it's just a reminder of, you know, some of the mistakes that I've made. And I'm trying to be positive. So for me, I would rather spend my time, and that's what I've been doing really over the past, you know, I'd say 28 days. Is yes, I've been studying stocks because, again, like we talked about, I want to leave one day when I leave this earth, not only a legacy, but I want to help my kids have a leg up in life. And I want to bless a lot of people. It's not like, look, I don't even have a car right now because, I mean, at the end of the day, none of that stuff even matters. You know, my wife has a car. I'm not even driving a car right now. I sold my car to invest. And it wasn't my initial, but that's what I ended up
Yeah, it
doing.
didn't sound right.
No, I mean, I did. Like, I mean, I sold it, but I mean, it was just extra money. I'm not going to give it to a bank for a bank to make money off of it. So why wouldn't I put it somewhere with minimal risk to be able to eventually turn that into something that...
So do you believe in it?
I absolutely believe in it.
So if you believe in it, why wouldn't you take a little bit of my change and do something with it?
Rob, because it's a risk. I'll work for it. Do you?
I believe you work for it. I'm gonna cut you in.
Here's what I'm saying though. Do you who whenever you do a roof, whenever you put a roof on a building, who collects the paycheck?
I do.
So when you put in the work, who should collect the paycheck?
What do you mean?
The person who's running it, right?
Right.
So if something happens to the roof, who's it going to be on?
Me.
If something happens to your money, who's it going to be on?
Here's what Juice saying, and I know it. I'm fine if something happens to my money, but I'm not going to take your money.
I just said if you believe in it.
Okay, I believe in it.
Look, because this is what I can tell you.
So, like,
this is what I can tell you. Hold on just a second. Because if you believe in it, give me some money, and because I believe in what I'm doing, you're going to get a return on it.
Rob, that's totally different. What you have to understand is whenever you get into stocks, they want everything. Your ID, your social security number, they want all of this stuff. So how in the world can I do my stocks?
Because you're going to file taxes on it.
I got to pay taxes.
I'm just giving you some money to make some money.
No, taxes.
I have to pay taxes.
Right, you're going to make money. I'm going to pay the taxes.
Here's what I know. When I got into my stocks, I'm fine with losing my money. It's a calculated risk. If I lost my money, I lost it. It's an investment. Just like when you buy a car, you know, something could happen to that car. It could blow up. It could be whatever. You're fine with that because that's your money. But I'm not fine with losing someone else's money. I wouldn't be able to. I would be like, God, I feel bad about. But what do you think, going back to Tom Brady, like him being a 6th-round draft pick, him being, you know, they said he would only make it in the NFL 2 to 3 years.
He apologized to his parents at night that he got drafted. And he said, I'm sorry.
He went and took a baseball bat to a telephone pole.
He said, I'm sorry that I'm a 6th-round draft pick.
And he cried. So what do y'all think it is? Because he doesn't lift weights.
So much about it.
They say there's so many more quarterbacks that has more talent than him, like natural talent. Like they can throw the ball farther. Like they say Aaron Rodgers kills Tom Brady in talent.
Yeah.
But what is it that separates?
What
is it that separates?
I mean, not on paper, but
like if you looked at the tangibles.
Let's read some of these comments.
If you looked at the tangibles, what do y'all think separates Tom Brady?
What do you think? What
separates him to where? Because if you look at him like he's 43, He ain't the fastest quarterback. He don't never run.
No. So I'm gonna tell you what it is. So you see it when he transitioned over to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
He didn't come into the system. He is the system.
Yeah.
So why is it that, man, and shout out to ETN, man, because I heard something good. CJ said, they was talking about this and just incorporating it to life. And he said, man, why do some people, when they get around you, are just so comfortable with losing around you?
Oh, that's good.
Like, why are those around you so comfortable with just being mediocre?
The coach said, look, I let Tom Brady coach.
You should.
Yeah.
He should let Tom Brady coach. He's proven himself time and time again. This is one thing that I want to tell you guys, and again, it ain't about football. This is about life. So just be thinking of an example of life when I explain this. What makes Tom Brady so great, and he proved it that game, he threw 3 interceptions in the second half, and they still won. What stuck out to me the most, and I kept hearing this same phrase over and over, is room for error. He's given himself room for error. That means that even if he makes a mistake, he's still good because of the work that he's put in to outweigh the mistake that he's made, right?
Yeah.
So maybe what's some areas in life that, like, because I think that we should all give ourselves room for error, right? So here's an example. If I keep making mistakes in my marriage, right, it's going to become a point to where it's like, look, you keep on making mistakes. There's a problem. Like, look, we're going to have to figure something out. But if I'm doing everything I can to have a successful marriage, to have a successful relationship, whatever it may be in business, and I make a mistake once every 3 years, it's not as bad as doing it once a week.
Yeah.
So I've given myself room for error, right?
So Dave Ramsey puts it this way in finances. He said most people don't give themselves a cushion for life to happen.
McNugget.
He says that most people live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And what they don't provide themselves is a cushion if the car breaks down. A cushion.
Man, one paycheck gone, you're hit.
So I was talking to someone this week, and they hadn't been working for 3 weeks because they're on quarantine. And they said, Nick, now I really feel what you've been trying to teach me about budgeting, because they haven't had checks coming in.
Oh.
And they don't know how they're getting, they ain't been able to pay their rent. And they're like, now I know what you've been telling me is to provide a cushion for the mistake, because most people, like you said, they can operate on a week-to-week basis, or they can operate in life.
Right.
But they don't give themselves the space for the cushion to happen to where, okay, I made a mistake, but I've created separation between me and the mistake.
That's right. Yeah.
I can still win.
So, Jude, just to try to get you in, you have to be able.
Get me in.
No, like to the conversation, just to kind of equate it to your world. There's a reason why you keep on going up a little bit at a time, right?
Absolutely.
So let's say, what's the current world record?
The current world record?
Yeah.
770.
And you have that.
Absolutely.
But you're going to break that world record, right?
Yeah.
By how much?
I'm going to break it 5 pounds, 10 pounds.
Because, but you have worked your way up. When you do that lift, that's not going to be probably the first time you lifted that much weight.
What, the 780?
Yeah. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? Okay, let's say it's that. Okay.
I've lifted something similar. Like, I've obviously hit 770. But leading up to that, I think when it comes to this point where we're at, it's hard to gauge and use that as an example of progress. Yes, it's progressing, but the difference is a lot of times I've hit a PR in the gym before I went and hit another weight. But now we're just at such a high level.
He don't want to waste an attempt.
We don't want to waste an attempt. It's just so, like when you're lifting weights like that, you never know. Any lift at this point could be your last lift.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is you're not going to go to attempt 780 and you're not working out at 720 on a consistent basis. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, jumping ahead.
Is you're giving yourself that cushion to know that it's there.
Yeah. So it's like in marriage. It's if I'm 99% a good husband, and one day I have a bad day.
That's right.
I've given
You're
myself
still a good
that
husband.
cushion.
Yeah.
Of my wife just saying that's not the normative.
The what?
The normative.
What did he just say?
Look it up. That's not the normative.
He said the normative.
He must have used that word.
Man, that was a reverend word.
He's just having a bad day.
A normative.
That's not him. That's not my husband right there.
Man, that's the podcast. Normative.
So I think that's what you're saying is Tom Brady gave himself enough and it was key at halftime where most people would have took a field goal.
Man,
He threw a Hail Mary to his guy and threw a 50-yard touchdown.
he did.
And what happened was the coach was playing it for the field goal, and Tom Brady went over to the coach and said, "We need to go for a touchdown."
Man.
So right before halftime, with 1 second left on the 50-yard line, he throws a Hail Mary to his guy, Scotty Miller, and they score a touchdown to put him up by 18 points.
Yeah,
and
you
guess
see
how
it.
crucial that was? That was the defining why they won and what they needed.
Yeah, I mean, you take.
So the decisions he made earlier on in the game are the reasons why he could afford 3 interceptions.
Because that's who he is. He didn't just make one good play. That's who he consistently is. Jew, normative is a word.
I mean, you think I just make up
It's
stuff?
normal.
Man, he just made that. That's not. Man, that might be in the Urban
The
Dictionary.
normative. Man, yeah.
Establishing,
That's what I'm
relating
saying,
to,
man. You got
or deriving from.
you gotta
normative. I
you
ain't
gotta
never heard
raise the
that.
bar on who y'all be talking to.
Rob
man.
don't want people to raise the bar, man.
I know he still
He
wants.
just wants us to stay earthly
Man, come on,
minded,
man. I'm who I am.
He don't
and
want us to like.
I refuse to
But
let y'all
think
stay
about
where
that
y'all
though.
at.
Like he's beat Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers on the road. Both they would say are better quarterbacks than Tom Brady.
Yeah, I just like what we talked about. I think it may have been last week. Just the fact that Tom Brady leaves what we would call a 5-star team and comes to a 1-star team.
That's right.
And just changes everything. Just how one person can change everything around themselves.
You should,
know?
right?
You should. We should be those type of people in the world as a Christian. So we should be able to walk into an environment and change everything around us. Again, we talk about
Shift the
the Chick-fil-A
the
concept.
thermostat. We're the thermostat, not
Yeah.
the thermometer.
Yeah, man. So the thermostat changes the temperature in the room. The thermometer just tells the temperature. So at the end of the day, guys, I always use that at the end of the day. But
Like he's wrapping up.
no, I'm not. I'm just saying, we have to be world changers.
That's right.
And this is what I keep reverting back to is whenever I told Nick, I remember like we just said, we left the jail. We just had visited some guys in the jail, and we're driving back to FOS. I think that's what we were doing, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And I looked at Nick, and I know he believed it. He looked at me and was like, man, that's what we're going to do. But I said, we are going to change the way people see Christians
That's
in our
right.
community.
Man, talking
And ever since then, this was like 6 years ago. This was before the world records. This was
been on
before
it,
all the fame. This was before Nick had
Minister.
multiple years in ministry, before he got his degree.
Yeah.
This was before all of that. And it's like we strive to put our best step forward for the kingdom.
That's
not
right.
just for our families or not just for the community, for the kingdom first.
Yeah.
What does it say? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and
everything else will be added.
will be added.
That's
But
right.
here's how you know you changed the culture, Jew. You ever cussed around somebody? I mean, not you. Has someone ever cussed around you and it said, "Oh, I'm sorry"?
Oh, yeah, man, I'm
Oh, yeah.
sorry, man.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to swear in front of you.
That's you without
Yeah.
even saying it.
Yeah, you don't even have to say
You don't
it.
even have to say it when you change the culture. You come in the room and something shifts. Where they was cussing just fine before you walked in. When you walk in, it's, "Oh man, I'm sorry.
I've been at an
I shouldn't
expo.
have said that."
Man, look, I've been at multiple expos.
Oh, yeah, they know.
And look, I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times people have pulled me aside and said, "Man, there's something different about you. Like you're
You
not
ain't
like
even-
the rest of those, like the rest of the Christians."
You didn't have
that
to
I
say
see."
it.
And I
You
ain't
ain't gotta
never had to
say
say
it.
nothing.
You
I
ain't
ain't
gotta
had to
say
say nothing. I never even shared the gospel with them.
Man.
It was just how I acted and how I carried myself. So therefore, like, I'm not saying that it's going to happen immediately. Some people go through this battle for 5 years, 10 years,
Yeah.
15 years. But just like a stock, the uptrend should always be, look, as a Christian. No, I'm going to show you what a Christian looks like.
I like that.
I'm
That's a
dead serious,
McNugget
like-
right there. That's a McNugget.
If
Hey,
we look at-
Mike Todd said this. Look, before they see Jesus ever, they're going to see you.
Absolutely. But I'm saying if we could overall look at something and say, hey, look, how should our life be looking? It's like this. It should be at
A progressive.
a progressive. There's times, let's look at the candles. There's times where they ain't gonna be able to see it over there.
What's a candle?
A candle is where it looks like an actual candle. Where
Yeah.
it just looks up and down. But anyway,
So for
the
those
whole
of you
point is
listening-
it's gonna dip up and down. But as long as you're dipping up and down, but you're at a uprise,
Yeah.
then you should. That's how your walk should look. We're never gonna be perfect, right?
No.
So that's just kind of.
It should always be, man, I totally agree. Like, you're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have your mountains and your valleys. But, man, I like what Nick's discipler said one day, man. You should see a progressive uphill motion in anybody who calls herself a Christian.
Yeah.
Right?
Just see the devotion I wrote? It was about iPhone.
Oh, yeah, I did.
So basically what happened with Apple is you see a progression in the iPhone, right?
Yeah.
So we would almost think that iPhone's always been around now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the way iPhone is incorporated.
It's normatized.
The way iPhone is incorporated into our world, like Juban stocks, you would think iPhone has been around for 50 years.
Yeah.
It actually just came out in 2007.
Wow.
But what happened since then is they worked on it and worked on it and worked on it to the point of you cannot do nothing without an Apple product anymore.
That's right.
So they influenced the culture so much. You got Apple headphones. You got Apple watches.
How many cell phone
You got
companies
Apple
were out?
TVs.
But there was all kinds.
Okay, so what happens if you're following the leader, but you've grown so much that you pass the leader up and you're able to change the whole culture? So if I'm
They
just
changed the
saying,
culture so much. They got Apple headphones.
I know, right? Apple EarPods, Apple watches, Apple TV,
Yeah.
Apple. I'm just saying, like,
iMac.
but that came from a dream, and that's all I'm
iPad.
saying.
I know that's right.
So,
iPad.
I don't. Me personally, I didn't think you was shooting that at me. I knew you was shooting it at all the other people. If you was shooting at me, oh well. But what I'm saying is we can't knock somebody or knock a group of people for trying to better their lives, even if they.
That's right. I
even
love
if we
dreamers.
see it as a shortcut,
I want y'all to think.
because what they're gonna soon find out when it comes to stock, there ain't no shortcuts. It's tough.
That's right. So I appreciate you getting on here and saying, like, look, giving the truth and not just. Cause a lot of people just believe the hype.
It's not easy. Look. There's people. Listen, put it this way: in stocks, there's people that have lost thousands of dollars. There's people that will probably
Millions.
over the past 2 days that are probably getting a divorce because
Remember that guy lost
husband
$40 million?
or wife or so. The whole point is just with anything, you have to do your due diligence,
Balance.
and find a balance.
That
because-
Libra scale.
and that's what Rob's talking about. He said stocks are not for him. He can't, because he will be so obsessed with it that it's going to take over everything. It'll be before his relationship with the Lord, be before his family. I get that. It's to the extreme. But all I'm saying is if I can create an environment and I can learn a skill and I can learn how to do this the right way, how many other people that I can influence their life and help them get to the next level? That's what me and Nick was talking about.
No doubt.
I didn't say, Nick, look, give me get all your money you have right now and jump in this stock and buy it. I said, look, even if we have to sit down somewhere for a day straight and just work on and finding out what to look for and what to research for and how to research for it. That's what I'm talking about. But yes, there are people that are misleading, that have put misleading statements up or quotes or post up and again, everything should be at anybody's own risk. Nobody held a gun to their head and said, "Hey."
I want y'all to think about this in culture shifting. At probably 7-8 years ago, you had options on phones, right? It was a debate of like, should I get an Android or an iPhone?
Oh yeah. There was.
It was a debate about like, should I get when Razors was out, other phones that the keyboard raised up.
Like they were trying everything.
It was a debate about like what phone should I get. Now the culture has shifted so much. It's like, you ain't got an iPhone?
Hey, think about this.
You can't
And
FaceTime?
It ain't even really changed.
You can't iMessage?
They just have progressively went up. They ain't changed. You look at the newest iPhone, right? The 12 or whatever it is. You look at the iPhone. What was the first one? Just iPhone?
iPhone 1.
iPhone 1 or
It ain't
3.
changed much.
Yeah.
It has just progressively gotten better, man. And that's a perfect picture. Like
I don't want you to sound like Rob. It's night and day difference when it comes to iPhone.
Bro, if you look at the first iPhone model, you can tell that they're brother and sister. You can tell it's of the same family.
No, what they did.
They ain't got stuff that slide.
Here's what happened.
They ain't got.
You're saying they kept the same.
Here's what happened.
You
base.
can tell.
Yeah.
The iPhone
it went
4
from a baby.
got a little better than the iPhone 3. The iPhone 5 got a little better than the iPhone 4.
You ain't never seen no iPhone flip.
The iPhone 6 got a little bit better.
I know that. That's what I the way you said it was almost like they like none of the features or anything it does has.
I'm just saying it has progressively gotten better.
Oh, absolutely.
They didn't go away from who they were. They just consistently got better over time.
And then guess what they did? They said, we're so powerful. We got so much of the culture. Now we can do headphones. Now we can do Apple. Now we can do Apple Pay.
Now sometimes I don't even like them.
Now we can do Apple Pay. Now we can do iPad.
Look, I know, right? And they're to the point now where they're like, look, we don't even have to put a charger block in the box.
Man.
They're gonna buy it anyway.
Man, ain't
Look,
that
y'all, they make decisions that change our life.
You know what I did? What do I got to do to get an upgrade?
Man,
Hey, I'm telling you, look, Rob, at iPhone 12 at video.
I heard about it.
But that's the difference.
look,
That's what I'm saying. Look, check this out. All right, from one series to the
Here we
next.
go.
I remember when the 11s came out. They were saying the same thing. Look, it's video.
But
with
it's true.
With these
The
3
10
cameras,
too. The
it
10
is.
too.
It is.
It's the truth.
But look, how do you always represent yourself and market yourself so well that you just change one feature and everybody is sold out?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
They
Rob,
know.
You
know
are
what it's
sold
called?
out.
It's called. It ain't even necessarily the leader. It's called.
I'm not saying follow the
But
leader.
that's basically what they're doing.
They're Apple. They are
saying
leading.
Just in general, I think Samsung had more sales than Apple did.
Well, think about this, too.
They don't rule the world.
But Apple was probably more. What?
They don't rule the world. So what?
I know,
When you
I
make
mean,
a product so well, it's like you make it so needed.
I look for it every year.
That's what I'm saying. Like
We've all done it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna get the newest iPhone when that upgrade comes. This is how we control our business, though.
That's right. I'm trying to be iPhone great, man. I asked my wife the other day. I said, "Look, do you believe that like?"
He took it all. He's
Look,
And look,
I
it all
asked her the
started-
other day. I said, "You believe I'm gonna change the world one day?" Like I truly believe. I truly believe that we are going to change this world one day. We're going. I mean, I feel it with. I believe it with everything in me.
But you gotta think too, like Steve Jobs, he was probably like 40 when he started Apple.
40?
Siri, how old was Steve Jobs when he started Apple?
That wasn't normal
Our
ties.
prime when we turn 40.
Oh, he wasn't 40.
I think he was like 15.
20. No, okay.
Maybe
he
they
was
didn't
20,
launch.
and it took him 10 years to grow it.
Right.
He
Man,
started. Siri, how old was Bill Gates when he came out with the computer?
They was teenagers, Nick, when they was in that garage. Him and Droniskowski. Mm-hmm. They was in the garage.
That's what they say. He stole the idea.
Look, man, I'm telling you, I've been so we got a new concept for this show coming out, Uncommon, and I've been doing research on men who have over time who have changed the world. And you see this gradual similarities in these men who somehow God has just touched them, man, and you see it. And a lot of times those men aren't confined to just one thing. Mm-hmm. That's why I called myself Renaissance Rob, because a Renaissance man is somebody who, excels in multiple areas, regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm just having a great time. I'm in a good season to where I'm just learning about great men like that, like King David. King David, I told Amy this the other day. I said, a lot of times when we hear about King David, we hear about him playing the harp and stuff. Man, he had to be the coldest R&B singer ever. I mean, like he wrote songs, he played instruments, he was the king, he was the warrior. He's a worshiper. But at the same time, he had his mistakes, and the Bible calls him a man after God's own heart. So anyways, long story short, I'm just doing research on these great men who have, over history, just changed the world.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be known for that.
That's what I'm saying. You're a Renaissance man.
King Solomon.
Yeah. King Solomon.
Who?
King Solomon.
Where'd he come from?
The richest man.
Where'd he
who
come
ever
from?
lived. The Bible.
Where'd he come from?
I don't know.
He came from David.
All right.
I
I
came
was
from
like,
David.
yeah. I was like, what do you mean where he came? Look, do you know they still? Do you think about how powerful King Solomon?
Roger said I'm buying up all the regular strength stock.
Think about how
Hey, it's coming. Hey.
powerful King Solomon was. They said there's still evidence of his life.
That's so. All right. Speaking of Facebook posts, since y'all want to talk about that and just they act like I'm just the mean guy. Did y'all see the post I made before that? That I love looking around this world and seeing our ripples everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I love looking at it, and ain't nobody gonna come to you and say because of what you did I'm doing this, but I see it. Like I know. I look when you your fingerprint. Like look, you know when you come across something and you know it's your fingerprint. Like you see it, you feel it, you can sense it, right? And I know that we are doing that.
Oh, check this. The other day I was at the gym shooting for a YouTube video, and it was a kid that I went and talked to his school.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, really, it's pretty cool because he's like, you know, what you said that day really changed my life. The way I seen things in life. And I was like, I mean, it just hit me. I'm just like, this kid's been out of school for a couple years now. And, you know, he's in college and he's here filming. You know, we just checking him out. He's there filming, just catching a little bit of film.
That's
awesome. And it's just like, man, like we're in that season to where we're inspiring kids and they're starting to blossom.
That's what I'm saying.
We got to get back in the mix.
Man,
And
that's what I'm saying. Come on, come with it.
It's me. Like I mean, I'm saying as far as like I haven't
Pacers game next year.
Man, look, we've been telling these kids we're gonna take them to a Pacers game.
Why the Pacers game?
It's 3 hours away.
It's 3 hours away. But we got to get back in the school system. We need the coronavirus to go away so we can get back in there and start impacting these kids. A regular strength organization. We're going to build an army.
You know regular men.
That's what sucks about the corona because the kids still need help.
I know. I don't know what.
You can't do nothing.
So I got.
What do you mean you can't do nothing?
They won't let you in the schools right now.
You ain't got to be in the schools.
Well,
I mean, we're still doing but I'm saying as far as the masses, like, you got to understand, Rob.
We ain't got to reach the masses. It starts, look, here's how I feel.
I'm saying more than just one.
But one.
Yeah.
But one. You impact one. Think about you was once somebody's one.
Yeah.
Roger just preached about the one.
No, I get that, Rob, but what I'm saying
that was his platform where he went and
where
talked to troubled
right
kids.
now,
That's cool.
it's hard to be around. It's hard to get to those type of kids. Like people are, you gotta understand. Some people they're distancing themselves.
Yeah, the centers are closed.
Man, y'all need to look. Zoom stock went way up this year, right?
Zoom stock.
Yeah, they got Zoom. You can still meet with people.
I mean,
you may not be able to meet with them physically, but you can still
Some of these kids, I got a meet that I got to do February the 24th, where I'll talk to the whole school at.
That's what I'm saying.
Southwest.
Are you going to be there physically?
No, I'm going to be doing it through Zoom.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is the intentional time for the troubled kids that we typically can't get to because they're not going to want to take time out of their day to talk to me, you, or Nick.
No, that's why we got to go to them.
How? The virus, Rob.
Man,
coronavirus. That's all I'm saying. Like, you
Corona's made everything so much harder.
Like it's such,
it's made everything.
It's just made it so much harder.
Like man. I teach class at FOS every week. For the last 3 weeks, it's been shut down.
Right, and I text Nick today and I said, "Why is it shut down?"
Coronavirus.
It don't have to be shut down. They have Zoom, bro. It's 2021.
Well, how come you haven't set up a Zoom call with any kids?
That's what I want to do. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Set up one with you. Tell all the kids you give them the link at a certain day.
Yeah, let's set one up.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying.